Hi guys, I'm Julie Motlag and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, take a minute to hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I release new videos. And if you are currently a subscriber, welcome back. So I recently did a video about fragrances to take to the beach, and subsequent to that, I went to a niche boutique near my house, and lo and behold, ended up finding 5 more fragrances that I think are fantastic for summer and taking to the beach. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about them. I didn't have them in my collection before and was a little bit surprised that I liked them so much. So just want to show you what I got. So let's get to it. The first fragrance that I got is by the Harmonist, and it's called Matrix Metal. So when I first smelled it in the boutique, I thought it smelled a little woody and a little sharp in the beginning. So I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be a great summer fragrance. And I sprayed it on my hand and continued walking around through the store. And I kept smelling, I was getting wafts of this beautiful fragrance. And as it dried down, it was really fizzy and fresh and just gorgeous. So this scent, it's very woody, aromatic. It's a little bit aldehydic. It's a little green with some amber in it, but it is very fresh. So I think it's great for the summer. It has some pretty good longevity, and the projection is really nice. The little scent bubble that it creates, I think, is really, really nice. And the reason that I kept kind of smelling my hand as I was walking around the boutique, it's got some berries in it, maybe definitely some woody notes, a little bit of pine and vetiver, but the kind of the berries mixed with the wood, I think, is what gives it that kind of natural and fresh scent. So really, really great scent for the summer, and you could even take this to the beach. I probably won't take it to the beach, but I'll definitely be wearing it during the summer months because it is so fresh. The next scent I got, I actually already knew about, and you probably do too. It's by Fragrance du Bois, and it's Oud Orange Intense. And I just didn't have it in my collection, but when I smelled it, oh my gosh, it is so summer, so tropical. It's very sweet and I guess fruity, a little yellow flowers and white flowers, but it is just so nice. And it just almost instantly transports you to the beach when you smell it. It's got some fruity notes. I think it has some Tahitian flower in it. It's also got pineapple, ylang ylang. You can smell a little bit of the jasmine in it. It is so just beautiful, and it makes you feel like you want to be wearing a cute sundress after a long day sunbathing on the beach. It's just so nice. I'm really glad that I got this in my collection, and will definitely be taking this one to the beach with me this summer. So the next fragrance is also by Fragrance du Bois, and this one is Oud Orange Intense. And I didn't have this one in my collection either, but I went ahead and picked it up because to me, this one is a little more refined than the Oud Orange Intense. And I like powdery scents. So this one's also tropical. It's got a little bit of a coconut vibe going on. It's a little lactonic, a little musky, all of the things that I like. So it's almost a little more dialed back and not quite as loud as Oud Orange Intense, which I really, really like. I think this could be worn all year round because it's just such a beautiful fragrance. It's some of the notes, you can definitely smell some vanilla in it as well, which is why I think it could work like all year round. But this one has quickly become one of my favorite fragrances in my collection now. And I will definitely be wearing this a lot this summer. You know, I think it's very office appropriate. It does last. It has kind of moderate sillage. but that's okay. That's what I want. I don't want to scare people out of the room or from being around me. But the lactonic, the musk, it's got a little bit of oud in it, I believe, but very, very, very little, and strictly a supporting role in this particular fragrance. But I am kind of mad at myself that I didn't get it sooner. But now that I have it, I'm addicted. I do think that of the two, Oud Intense and Oud Orange Intense, I'm gonna have to say that in my book, Oud Orange Intense is the winner, even though I love them both. So definitely, if you don't have this, it is 100% worth giving it a try. So 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. So the next two fragrances are kind of my favorites right now, just because I had never smelled them before. I didn't really know that much about them. So when I went to the boutique, I was very pleasantly surprised when I found them. So this next one is called Cow by Zoologist. And I, first of all, love cows, so I kind of fell in love with the bottle. But when I smelled it, I was blown away to the point that I had to get it. It's very powdery, aromatic. It's a little musky, a little vanilla. It's definitely fresh, and you can smell a lot of the I guess, sage. There's apple. I 100% get that off the top. A little bit of the milky notes I definitely get. There's some heliotrope and violet. I think lily of the valley plays a part in this. The musk, maybe a tiny bit of amber. Anyway, this scent is just, you can see the bottle. It's so cute. But this fragrance just really, really caught me by surprise, and I didn't realize I would like it so much. And I read the story. The box it came in was absolutely gorgeous. The artist is fantastic. So that alone was worth purchasing it for. But when I actually wore it and got to spend a little time with its performance and the sillage, I will say it's got moderate sillage, a little bit stronger in the beginning, and then it dies down a little bit. But the story behind it is that it emulates kind of the pastures of where the cows graze, and kind of being in the country, that fresh kind of sage in the cow pasture. And I would say, hands down, they nailed it. So I'm from the South. I'm from, areas that have a lot of, cow pastures, and there's country around us. And I would say that this definitely kind of gives you that fresh summer, spring vibe. And you can 100% kind of relate to the story of the cow pastures and the fresh cut grass. Not that it necessarily smells like grass, but just that whole aroma that you get when you're riding through the country and you see the cows out in the pastures. It really is beautiful. I love it. And so therefore had to add this baby to my collection. And great, great, great summer scent. Longevity, not superb at all. But that's okay because it's a great scent. So I wear it around the house or when I'm running errands. Definitely wouldn't wear it on a night out, but it's a great fragrance, and I'm going to definitely be trying more from this house. So Zoologist Cow. So finally, the last one that I got is something that you guys have probably heard of, but it was new to me, and that is Sunset Hour by Goldfield and Banks. And I had heard about it a little bit, but had never smelled it. Wasn't even really interested in smelling it. But I just happened to pick up the bottle because it was sitting right next to Cow, and loved it. And it really does remind me of Oud Intense, but a little more powdery, a little more lactonic, and dialed back. And I really like it because it's got that kind of fruity, tropical vibes, but very, very, very like dialed back and kind of shy about the tropical notes, if you will. It's a little woody, tiny bit spicy and citrusy, maybe a little aromatic, and there's some florals in it. But the thing I like the most about it is kind of the way the woodiness and the florals and the powderiness kind of play together. And I've worn it a few times now, and I really, really, really like it. It's definitely a modest scent. So it's modest sillage. It also does not last a very long time. The performance is not by any means beast mode. I don't think any of the fragrances I've talked about today are super beast mode. The closest one is maybe Oud Orange Intense, but I still don't think it's quite beast mode, but they do last. This one, I would say 4 to 6 hours on your skin. So the notes in it and what I get are definitely some peach and raspberry, definitely the woody notes of sandalwood. There may be some pink pepper in here and a little benzoin. And I think I read that there's a little bit of ginger in it as well. So you can definitely smell all of that. It's just such a pretty scent. It, to me, leans feminine for sure. But I think it's a great fragrance to take to the beach and maybe layer it with a nice tropical lotion, like, I don't know, a beach walk has a lotion that you could probably put under this. Any lotion that has kind of that suntan lotion vibe to it would layer really, really well with this. So super, super happy that I picked this up, and I think that I am totally set for the summer now. So I'll start working on my fall collection next. But if you haven't tried these scents, I recommend you give all of them a try, at least order a sample. I think they're all full bottle worthy. The Fragrance du Bois, they're a little on the pricey side for sure, but I definitely think they're worth it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what summer fragrances you like, or if you've tried any of these and you like them. I love hearing what you all think. So until next time, thanks guys. Bye.